Welcome to another episode of the Curtis Zone, ladies and gentlemen. Your amazing host, Dylan J. Curtis. Thank you for hitting that like and subscribe button and welcome you to Supernatural Month here on the Curtis Zone. Every October from this moment forward will be Supernatural Month on the Curtis Zone, and we have a lot of episodes. Today's episode is very specific. We are talking about all the characters who blur the lines between the occult and the supernatural. Basically, we're talking about all the best supernatural themed characters in animated television. All the people who are basically spellcasters or basically supernatural themed characters. So, sit back, relax, enjoy, and remember, as always, hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more of me, my smiling face, and of course, more of my bouncing pecs. I hope that everyone is excited for this episode because this is actually an episode that I've been wanting to do for a while, so I saved it for Supernatural Month. Let's get started. As always, before we get started, news anyone? Today we have learned that from the producers of Paramount that the Transformers G.I. Joe crossover will be crossing over with Rise of the Beast, not the regular Transformers, which means that we're going to be seeing more and more of Optimus Primal, who is one of my favorite versions of Optimus Prime ever. The next piece of news is this. It has been confirmed that a live-action Voltron movie is in the works, definitely in the works, and the cast includes Daniel Quintoy and Henry Cavill. I hope that everyone is excited for it because it does sound like it's going to be a lot of fun. The final piece of news is this. It has been confirmed by Warner Brothers that they have casted a Hal Jordan and a Jon Stewart for the Lantern series. Aaron Pierre will be playing Jon Stewart and Kyle Chandler will be playing the role of Hal Jordan. The storyline has not been released yet, but I'm hoping that they're leaning towards the Parallax Saga because, in my opinion, that's one of the best. Okay, I like that. Now let's get started with this episode. We have 15 different supernatural characters we're going to talk about in animated television, and I have put together a very extensive list. However, this list is not a rating list from 10 to 1. This is not a countdown. So if you guys want to rank them from best to worst, 10 being not as good, number 1 being the best of the best, put in the comment section down below and I will get back to you guys and I will make a top 10 of the best of these guys next year on Supernatural Month. Let's get started. Hit that like and subscribe button and hit that notification bell as well. Alright, come on. The first supernatural character we're going to talk about is Scarab. Scarab is from Mummies Alive, and he was put into a sleep for over 1,000 years without the sun. But before that, he was one of the top sorcerers for the Pharaoh and his son Prince Ramses thousands of years ago. And when he came into modern times, he was able to combine his sorcery with modern technology, which made him even more powerful as a spellcaster. He uses Egyptian spellcasting, but it is very strong. Some of his powers include energy projection, summoning spells, summoning circles. He even has necromancy powers, which is very, very powerful if you ask me. Let's move on with that. Now, the next group of supernatural characters we're going to talk about are the Hunting Foundation. The Hunting Foundation blur the lines between the occult and the supernatural because not only are they historians and mythologists, they're also incredible spellcasters as well. Their power comes from the ancient titans of biblical history and history and mythology as well. It was an amazing series to see, and I personally loved it because of the theme song, but also because they are incredibly powerful as well. Some of their powers include enhanced agility, enhanced speed, energy projection, and fire conjuring as well. It was an amazing series, my friends. The next supernatural character we're going to talk about is the Magician from the series known as The Magician. The reason why he is on this list is because every spell that he casts, he mastered as parlor magic, giving off the appearance that he doesn't have real power, when in fact he is very powerful. Some of the Magician's powers include levitation, conjuring, reality warping, mental warping. The list goes on for days, my friends, and he activates all this power by saying, "Magic Force, ignite the power within." I like the Magician, and I hope that you guys like him too. The next supernatural characters we're going to talk about on this list are the Winx Club. The Winx Club are a group of fairies who have amazing powers which come from their elemental forces. And they are as follows: magical flowers, digital powers, rhythms and tunes, the sun and the moon, the magic shapes and shifting tides, and the fire burning deep inside. This means that they have the power of force power, sound, light, technology, reality warping, and and pyrokinesis. They also have flight capabilities, and they also cast amazing spells which give them even more power and a bit of a leg up on everyone else in this list. They also have amazing style as well. I just said it. Leave me alone. I'm secure. I don't know about anyone else, but American Dragon Jake Long reminded me a lot of Hellboy. The reason being because they have a lot of great similarities. They both use arcane artifacts and all sorts of elements that give them a leg up in mystical investigations. They're both great detectives, and they both have demonic powers. The only difference is that American Dragon, he can turn off his power, whereas Hellboy he's always himself. Also, Hellboy carries a gun, and American Dragon is, well, a dragon. He can breathe fire, and he has amazing martial arts abilities, and he also has flight capabilities, super strength, enhanced speed, and I'm just gonna say it, he's also a great rapper as well, which is not very much of a superpower, but it's still power nonetheless. I liked it. I hope that everyone else liked it as well. Next on this list is Danny Phantom. Danny Phantom fights the supernatural from the ghost world, and this is because he is half ghost. Everyone who has seen my episode on Danny Phantom, if you haven't, it's somewhere up here. I don't know which side though. I hope that everyone liked Danny Phantom because some of his powers include flight, intangibility, invisibility, energy projection, his ghostly wail, amazing strength, and enhanced speed as well. Danny Phantom is a kid from the ghost world, which means that he can also go into the ghost zone and basically blend in, unlike everybody else in the ghost zone who is there forever. He fights a lot of different ghosts, some of whom include the Spectre Warriors. You have the Box Ghost, the Lunch Lady. The list goes on for days, my friends. I hope that everyone enjoyed Danny Phantom as much as I did. Next, we're going to talk about Yami Yugi. Yes, Yami Yugi counts as a supernatural character. This is because Yami Yugi is basically an Egyptian warrior from the past that is trapped inside of a mystical puzzle called the Millennium Puzzle, which is used by Yugi Moto. The pharaoh trapped his son's soul after he died inside of the Millennium Puzzle, and Yugi Moto put it together after 3 years, and he uses it as part of Yami and turns himself into Yami Yugi. Yami Yugi's powers include the fact that he's a brilliant strategist and the fact that he can protect himself from all the other Millennium items, which are incredibly dangerous in the wrong hands. Everyone remembers the bad boy Yusuke Urameshi from the series Yu Yu Hakusho. If you don't, here is the thing. Yusuke Urameshi died, and he was given a second chance at life. In exchange, he becomes detective of the spirit world, protecting the human world from the world of the supernatural. Some of his powers include the fact that he's an amazing martial artist, has enhanced strength, and he has his spirit energy, which gives him his spirit gun, his spirit wave, and his shotgun ability. All the abilities that he has used against the supernatural, including the Toguro brothers, which he defeated in the Dark Tournament saga, which PS was my favorite saga because it had a lot of great fights in it. The next character we're going to talk about is Full Metal Alchemist's very own Edward Ulrich. The reason why he is a supernatural character because he can create anything from anything. He created a transmutation circle to bring his mother back with the help of his brother Alphonse. With this going wrong, his arm and leg were turned into metal, and he has the power of alchemy, which is the transformation of matter into other matter. It was a very difficult process, but it turned him into a great hero and one of the most fan favorite anime heroes in history. Some of his powers include his enhanced strength and the fact that he can transform anything into anything else. He also has amazing agility and amazing speed as well. Then again, a lot of anime characters do. I don't know why. Next, we're going to talk about a character I don't think anybody remembers, but if you do remember, you are awesome. His name is Zatch Bell. Zatch Bell is a very powerful character, and The reason why he is a supernatural character is because his powers come from a spell book in which his owner uses. The spell book activates all sorts of different attacks which are lightning based that Zatch Bell uses. Zatch Bell, he has his amazing control over electrokinesis, which gives him a leg up in combat. However, he is nothing without that spell book, and his owner is nothing without him. So yeah, Zatch Bell, everyone. The next characters we're going to talk about are the final dreamers from the series Magi Nation. Magi Nation included three great spellcasters known as the Final Dreamers. And the Final Dreamers have the amazing ability and dominion over a lot of different power, including fire, metal, water, light. The list goes on for days, my friends. And aside from all of that, they also have the ability to summon these things called dream creatures from a different plane of existence, making them incredibly powerful. It was a fun process, and I hope that everyone liked it as much as I did. The next spellcaster we're going to talk about is from an animated series known as Tara Duncan. Tara Duncan is a very powerful witch, so equally as powerful as Sabrina the Teenage Witch. However, Tara Duncan is not without her limits, but she is very powerful, even though she is still a teenager. Tara Duncan's powers include matter manifestation, matter manipulation, matter transfer, teleportation, hypnosis, flight, levitation. The list can go on for days, everyone. While not as powerful as a lot of other spellcasters, she's very powerful nonetheless. The final mystical character we're going to talk about is known as Udonna from the series Power Rangers Mystic Force. Udonna is the white sorceress with the power of the snow staff, giving her an amazing leg up in combat. However, she is known as the smartest spellcaster in the Mystic Force because she outspellcasts Lianbo, who is a warrior. She is a very powerful sorceress who has amazing will in the Mystic Force, but this does not make her any weaker than anyone else. Udonna is very, very, very powerful. With all that said and done, thank you for joining me on another episode of the Curtis Zone, ladies and gentlemen. I ask that you remember to hit the like and subscribe button for more content if you want to see more of me, my afro, and of course more of my bouncing pecs. Remember, everybody, to hit that notification bell as well, and to give some love for our sponsors, Coastal Waste and Recycling, because as you know, your garbage will power someone's world. I love you all. I will see you soon, as long as you remember to hit that notification bell. Peace.